Sean McNamara, the Sheep Committee Chairman of the ICSA, has joined us now. Sean, thanks for coming into us.
You're quite welcome, Claire.
Sean, just to start, the lambing season now, I know we're near the tail end of it, everybody's finishing up, but was it a good season compared to other years?
It was a very good season this year. People had no bother lambing. The weather just suited the lambing. Like other years, like last year, when the snow came in March, we lost a lot of lambs to it. I think this was an exceptional good year. I haven't seen it in the last 10 years. It's a good year.
And what about the trade in general, Sean? I know things are kind of picking up a little bit at the moment, but that hasn't been the case for the last couple of months. Is Brexit already impacting?
The trade at the moment is picking up. Before this, with Brexit coming in, the northern farmers was dumping lambs with us for at least 2 or 3 months beforehand to get rid of the lambs before Brexit, and it was driving down the price for us, for our lambs. But at the moment, there's very little lambs left in the north or hoggets, and the price is going up.
And when you're saying there about Brexit, you know, we still don't know about the outcome yet. If it is a no deal, if it's a hard Brexit, how would that impact on the trade here?
I'd be predicting that if there was a no deal and a hard border, there'd be no lambs coming down. We would get probably more for our lambs for the time being, but some of the factories would have to close for the simple reason is there wouldn't be enough lambs for all the factories that's there to kill lambs. I'd say that's the way it would be.
If there was a hard
border, yeah.
And if there is a deal?
If there is a deal, lambs will still keep coming down to the north, and probably there'll be competition for us again, and they'll keep down the price of our lambs. That's the way it happens every year anyway.
Sean, a big issue in the last couple of months has been dog attacks. They've been quite significant dog attacks on flocks throughout the country. What's the solution to that issue, and what is the ICSA doing about it?
Well, it's very hard to give a solution to that topic, because the simple reason is a lot of dogs, people has not them chipped. When you do get the dogs and all and shoot them on your farm, when you go to trace back the dog, there's no chip in them, so you can't tell who owns the dog. I think people should be made compulsory chip all dogs. And another thing I'd warn people is when they're going to work in the morning, at least put in their dogs. Don't have them running around the country and attacking sheep and getting up more dogs attacking sheep. Like I had a big sheep attack a year ago myself, and I know all about it. And
what happened, Sean?
I got 40 ewes killed with dogs last year, and even the dog attacked my own daughter when she went out to run the dogs and the sheep. One particular dog came for her, and only for my own dog attacked that dog, he'd have attacked her. So that's the sort of dogs you have going around.
And what about public awareness? Are the public are they aware that this is happening, of the potential of this? If you have a dog at home and you're surrounded by farms, do you know, are the general public who aren't involved in farming aware of the threat that's there and the temptation, I suppose, that's there?
I don't think so. They just go to work in the morning, let out the dog, forget about him, and the dog may do harm during the day. To come back and even the dog is sitting outside the door again for them. So I don't think they're aware of what's happening.
And Sean, when you mentioned there about your own story, you had a huge attack there last year. What about the impact of that on you, like inside the farm gate? How did that impact?
Well, at that stage, I was saying to myself, well, I keep that sheep, I will go into dairy. And I didn't know, frustrated with it. Like we lost, it wasn't alone the ewes that was killed, it was all the abortions and everything we had afterwards over the dog attack.
Because they were stressed.
They were stressed. So like between the snow and the whole lot, we ended up with a very bad crop of lambs out of the whole lot. The worst year ever we had. So, and we were predicting, myself, I have a young lad with me, and we were predicting whether we were going to go dairying or not. And we decided we'd just keep at the sheep we'd give it one more year, and if it didn't work, then we'd change our system.
Mm-hmm. And look, the lambing season has been good this year. The trade is picking up, but another big problem is the EID tags. That's been a very, very contentious issue for sheep farmers all over the country, because they have to bring in this compulsory tagging system for the marts and factories, but yet the marts and the factories, it's voluntary for them whether they want to bring in the technology to read the tags. Look, the marts have brought it in now at the moment that you need the tags for going to the marts since March. How is that impacted on the ground? What are your members saying?
My members are saying that the there's no need of EID tagging for the simple reason is that with the compulsory tag, we have the best system in Europe for traceability, so there's no real need. It's an extra cost in farmers. If Chagas tells us that it's 14 euros profit per lowland lamb, I don't know what is in a hill lamb, but per lowland lamb is 14 euros profit. At 127 for the tags, that's equivalent to 7% of our income. So no one wants to see it. It's if the marts don't want to see it either for the simple reason they have to put in readers, they have to give us a printout, and that's extra work for the marts. The factories are saying that they may do it, but they don't want to read 100% of the lambs, which we say if they don't read 100% of the lambs, it's not, lambs aren't traceable. They have to read 100% of the lambs.
Because the reason this system is being brought in is to improve traceability. That's the line coming from government on this. So you contend that.
Yeah, because what the factories is telling us, they won't read 100% of the lambs. They won't give us a readout. We still have to do our dispatch docket. So it's still the one paperwork for us, maybe more, but the factories has to do nothing. They're getting.
And you mentioned there the long-term implications, particularly on marts, because this is extra admin, extra resources, and extra cost on the sheep farmer. So the possible long-term outcomes of this could be detrimental.
It could, for a simple reason, is that the marts, people will not go to the marts, they go straight to the factory and say there'll be less competition for lambs. When people go straight, the factories know they get all the lambs and there'll be less competition for lambs, so that's the way it'll work out.
So what's the solution then, Sean? What is the ICSA doing? I know you have some protests on this earlier last year.
Yes, the ICSA says that EID tagging should be scrapped. The minister should pay back any farmer that has bought these EID tags. And if they want EID tags, the factories should put in readers and give us a printout and read 100% of the lambs, not 30%, not 40%, 100%.
And who should foot the bill? Who should pay?
I think the factories should pay foot the bill because simple reason they want that system in. We don't.
Sean, we'll leave it there. We're out of time. Thanks very much
Thanks, Claire.